YouTube channel. Today we are diving into how to prepare for 2026, and we are pretty much at a place where we're closing out 2025 and going into 2026 with the intention of hopefully achieving our goals. So, one of the things about being able to achieve your goals is to start preparing for it before the year begins. So, if you guys don't know me by now, my name is Maria Henderson, and I think a lot of you guys know me as a inspirational, motivational person on YouTube, and that is exactly what we're going to dive into today. Is the motivation part of 2026 and how to light the fire under your butt so that you can actually have the actual business or life goals that you are seeking to create. So, one of the things about creating goals is that, what a lot of people do not have is clarity around their goals. So, out of the four things you need to have to prepare for the new year, number one would be knowing what your goals are for 2026. What are your goals for 2026? What are the things you want to create, have, make happen, actualize in your life? Money, how much money do you want to make in 2026? And you can break this down to weekly income, monthly income, and your overall annual income for 2026. How much money do you want to make in 2026? And you can also have goals over relationships, friendships, romance, maybe relationships with family members, and wanting to improve that, or if that's a priority for you, ensuring that you have that clear on how you want to improve in 2026 in that realm of your life. The third category for goal setting would be health and wellness. What do you want to change for your health and wellness? What do you want to have for, your weight? Or maybe you want to eat better, or you want to improve your digestion, or if you want to feel better, maybe you incorporate exercising on a more consistent basis. And one of the things about being able to work your lifestyle into having a healthy lifestyle is being able to know that it's a priority for you. Having a healthy lifestyle is a priority for you. So keep that in mind. What else are there that you want to achieve in terms of your goals? So you have your money, your relationships, maybe you could do business. What are your business goals? Maybe you want to, let's say you do work a 9 to 5 and you want to create a side hustle. What are those options look like? Maybe you do start a YouTube channel. Maybe you create a podcast. Maybe you create a course. Or if you've always wanted to write a book, 2026 is the year that you actually write the book. These are things that I want you guys to think about as we close out 2025, because if you don't think about them now, eventually 2026 is going to come around and you're going to look up and it's going to be another year where you didn't get clear on exactly what you wanted to do. So let's get really clear on what you guys want to do. Get clear on what your goals are for 2026 and know exactly what it is that you want to create. Okay, so the second part to this is write them down. So if you don't write down your goals, you're not going to have a clue on what it is that you want to create. You might have it in your head, right? But you might not really remember it throughout the day or the year or the month or the weeks as you progress into your life in 2026. So you want to write it down. You want to write down your goals somewhere. So one of the things that I like to do is actually write all of my goals in this composition book. I have a gazillion of these. And I got a new one strictly for 2026. Okay. So you guys, if you guys don't have anything to write with, or if you guys put it on an electronics or like on a phone or a tablet or a computer, that's fine. But make sure you write it down. You write down your actual goal. You write down the things that you ultimately want to create in your life. Write down those goals, because if you don't, you are not impressing in your mind the actual goal that you want to create. And what happens is when you do write it down, your brain starts thinking, how do I actually make this happen for myself? It's actually a really interesting thing that happens when you physically write it down and your brain starts scanning what it is that you can do to create that to happen in your life. So it's a very powerful thing. That is number two. Now, number three, you want to create a plan to actually have the things you want to create in 2026. Have a plan down. And if you don't have a plan, you don't know really what to create or what kind of plan you want to have. Um, this is something that you would have to break down by category. So, for example, I'll just do a quick example on like health. Let's say you want to lose some weight and maybe tone up and incorporate exercise into your daily life. What are the things you need to do to create that? So, if you want to get a gym membership, or let's say you don't want to spend money on that and you want to actually maybe take a run on a daily basis outside for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then actually incorporate that in your activities on a daily basis, that will help. Now, that's a plan. Now, if you just say, hey, out of nowhere, I want to be healthy and fit and not really have a plan, you're probably not going to do the thing that you're wanting to actualize in your life. So create a plan around what you want to do. Now, one of the things also with creating goals is that, some people, the problem is that people don't really know what they want, right? Or the opposite is also true, where they know what they want, but then there's so many things that they want, right? There's so many, like, there's like a 15 or 20 things on their list of what they want. Now, the problem with this is you are now dividing your energy and attention on all of these different things. So, what I always recommend to achieving your goal is to prioritize your goals. So, what is the number one? And I would say maybe top three things out of your list of goals. Which out of your top three is the most important for you to create? Top three. And let's say biggest one is money. Biggest one, I think, is money for a lot of people. Creating more income, creating an easier lifestyle, providing for your family and for yourself. That's a big one for people, right? Maybe number two is health. Taking care of your health, making sure you eat okay, you exercise on a daily basis, and you're just overall taking care of yourself. And then number three, what I would say maybe relationships. If you're married or if you have kids, maybe that might be a top three for you. Now, if you don't agree with me, obviously you'd have to take a look at your life and what your priorities are, but you have to prioritize your goals in order for you to achieve them. Now, if you don't prioritize your goals, you're not going to be able to, maybe the chances of you accomplishing your goals is there, right? Anything is possible. However, if you do not understand, like, what is the thing that you really want in 2026? What's the one thing? Then you're going to divide your attention and you're not going to be super laser focused on that. So keep that in mind when you are writing down your goals and taking a look at what 2026 looks like. Now, a part of this also is being able to take control of your life, taking control of your year, taking control of the progression of your life, taking control of what you want to have, what you want to create, what you want to experience in 2026, and being able to know that you have the power to actually do it. And as long as you're super laser focused on it, you can really accomplish much of anything. Okay. Last one, you guys, is having a strong support system. So having a strong support system is one of the things that is maybe a lot of people, I would say a lot of people don't have a strong support system. I think a lot of people, have really big goals, kind of go into their life with a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, but then out of nowhere, people around them will shoot down the goal and think, how can you do that? You don't do X, Y, and Z. How can you think that you can accomplish this? And that's really defeating, right? If you hear that from loved ones, family members who really think they're just trying to protect you, but really it's very defeating to hear that, some people don't really believe in you. And that's okay, but you have to choose your support system wisely. And also how to know when to tune out things, how to know when people say things, how do you let it not affect you, not affect your enthusiasm, not allow it to get in the way of things, get in the way of your excitement for 2026 and the fire you have. And and that's the reason why having a strong support system is so important, because it really does either light your fire up even more, or it will dwindle the excitement, the fire, the enthusiasm of what you're trying to accomplish in 2026. So a part of that also, when you do go into having big goals, especially at the top of the year, you want to have people around you that is willing to uplift you in moments of negativity, right? Moments of not being inspired, moments of not feeling it, wanting to give up, going back to your mediocre activities and things that really don't support your goals. You want people to tell you, hey, this is important to you. Get out the door and start running, right? Or, hey, go to the gym. That's really important to you. You told me this was important to you. And these are moments where it's really needed when you don't feel up to doing the thing you have to do, when people are around you, supporting you, and really advising you to continue going when it's hard. So, having a strong support system is really valuable and priceless. And if you already have that in your life, then you're already golden. But I think a lot of people don't have that, especially with those who are who are partaking or might be a part of activities that are not really good for them. That community will also not want you to change, right? Let's say you want to lose weight, but everyone around you just eats shitty, right? They eat fast food, they eat out all the time, they pig out, they drink pop, right? They drink alcohol, things that really don't make you healthy and fuel you. It's going to be hard when it's time for you to actually change and not want to drink pop or not want to drink alcohol and not want to partake in these things. These are things where, having a strong support system that is in alignment with your current goals or your new goals will go a long way in 2026. Okay, so that, guys, is my 4 things to prepare for in 2026 for goal setting. And if you guys want to join my Vault membership, that is where all my trainings, courses, master classes sit, along with goal setting, along with spiritual work and inner work. I do a lot of business trainings on there, sales, writing content, filming video, podcasting, marketing, all the things. It's in the Vault membership. It is going to be in the description below. If you guys want to join that, we are doing the intro rate right now, and the Vault membership price will go up. So I don't want you guys to miss that. And if you guys have any questions about this at all, comment below what your goals are. Let me know, these are my top 3, and I really want to work hard at it. And this is going to help you know in your mind that you're finding that as a priority in terms of goals, number 1. And number 2, you're telling the universe that you're serious about it. And you're also telling the rest of the community here that you're serious about it too. Okay, so I'll see you guys again in the next live. Mwah.